Hello friends. Friends, in this video, we'll learn a reverse forward starter, auto manual connection. We will also learn applications of reverse forward starter, auto manual connection, and also learn which component is required for this control wiring and very easily understand how to done this control wiring. So let's start and first understand auto manual reverse forward starter applications. So as we know, where we need to rotate our motor in both direction, forward as well as reverse, so we need to connect a reverse forward starter. So for rotating motor in both direction, we required auto reverse forward starter. So now understand auto manual reverse forward starter. So in same applications, we need to run our motor in manually. That means when we press push button, our motor run, but only for when we press push button. If we stop pressing, our motor is stop. Okay, if we press forward push button manually, then our motor run in manually in forward direction. If we press reverse push button manually, then our motor rotate in reverse direction manually. If we stop pressing push button, our motor will stop. And in same applications, we need to run our motor in automatic. That means when we press push button single time, our motor run in forward direction. When we press reverse push button, our motor rotate in reverse direction, but need to press push button only for one time. So hope you understand applications of auto manual reverse forward starter. Now let's understand which component is required for this control wiring. We need two contactor of 220 volt, which is forward contactor, reverse contactor, and if your contactor have NO and ANC point, then you can done this control wiring very easily. But your contactor does not have add-on block or NO NC point, then you need to connect a add-on block. So we connect one add-on block on forward contactor and we connect one add-on block on reverse contactor. Okay, two add-on block, one overload relay, one control MCB of 2 pole, one stop push button, one start push button for forward rotation, one start push button for reverse rotation, and for auto manual selection we need single way selector switch. Now let's understand how to done this control wiring. Now as we know, our contactor have 220 volt, so we need to give 220 volt or phase or neutral to contactor coil. Okay, you can see contactor A1 A2 or A1 A2. Okay, you can give phase neutral here or here. Okay, now let's understand how to done control wiring. First we connect to neutral to both contactor A1 point. Okay, we connect to neutral to both contactor A1 point directly. We connect neutral to both contactor directly. You can see neutral connect to control MCB, then connect coil of A1 of forward contactor, then reverse contactor. Now we take one phase wire here. Okay, you can see it. Now first we give this phase wire to overload relay and C point. Okay, if your motor takes more current than rated current, then overload relay and C trip, then your starter will stop. So always gives first phase to the overload relay and C point. Now output of NC of overload relay gives to the stop push button. So we connect one connector from overload relay NC point, then we connect it to the stop push button NC terminal. Okay, NC element. Yeah, we connect NC element. Now output of NC, we take one connector here and connection make sure full tightly, nothing will be loose. If you have any loose connection, then your starter will not work properly. So we connect one connector for here to forward push button and one connector from reverse push button. Okay, so we connect one connector here. Now we connect it to the forward push button, then one connector to the reverse push button. So both push button input comes from stop push button. Now we connect both push button input supply from start push button output connection. Now very easily we understand the control wiring of reverse forward starter and auto manual connection. Okay, first this is for forward contactor. If you press this push button, our forward contactor will operate. If you press this push button, our reverse contactor will operate. So first we connect from forward push button output side. Okay, when we press forward push button, our forward contactor should operate, okay. But for interlocking, because we do not need to operate both contactor at the same time, so we connect interlocking, okay. For interlocking, we take reverse contactor NC points. That means when reverse contactor is in stop position, then forward contactor will operate, okay, for interlocking connection. If your reverse contactor is in start positions, then if you press forward push button, then your forward contactor will not operate, because supply of forward contactor comes from reverse contactor NC terminal. It is for interlocking connection. Now we take one connector from NC output of a reverse contactor. Now it gives to the forward contactor coil, okay. When you press forward push button, your forward contactor will operate, okay. So we connect here. Now our forward contactor manual connection is completed. Now we understand reverse contactor manual operation. After that we learn auto connection. Now we connect one connector from reverse push button. Now when we press reverse push button, our reverse contactor will operate, but for interlocking we use forward contactor NC terminal, because when forward contactor is in stop positions, then your reverse contactor will operate if you press push button. If forward contactor is in start positions, then if you press reverse push button, then your contactor will not operate, because for operating reverse contactor we use forward contactor NC terminal. It is known as interlocking connection. Now we take one connector from NC terminal. Now it goes to the reverse contactor coil, okay. When we press reverse push button, our reverse contactor operate when forward contactor is in stop position. It is for interlocking, and we connect here to the coil, okay. It is simple manual connection of reverse forward starter. Now first to operate how it works, after that we learn how to done auto connection for this starter. Now we start control MCB. When we press forward push button, our forward contactor will operate, okay. Forward contactor operate. When we press reverse push button, our reverse contactor will operate, you can see here, but it is operating in just a manual connection, okay. When we press push button, our starter operate. When we stop pressing, our starter will stop. It is known as manual connection. Now in some applications we need to run our starter in auto connection. For auto connection we need to give holding connection. So understand how to provide holding our starter, okay. As we know, for holding connection we always done first connect one wire from NC output or NO input side, okay. So we can take one wire from here and need to give to the contactor NO terminal, okay. Need to give contactor NO terminal, and one connector from coil to NO terminal. When contactor operate, this NO makes NC and our contactor is in permanent hold position, because NO makes NC, then supply comes here and our contactor will operate. So first connect one coil wire to the NO terminal, okay. First we connect both contactor A2 to NO terminal. After that we learn how to provide holding for auto connection. Now we connect one wire from coil A2 to contactor NO terminal to the both contactor. Now understand how to provide holding. We can take holding supply from NC output side or NO input side. So we take one wire from NC output side, okay. You need to take holding wire from NC output or NO input side, because supply comes continuously here. So we take one connector here, okay. We take one connector here, okay. One take connector here and gives to the selector switch, because by selector switch we select our starter will operate for auto or manual, okay. For selector switch you can use NO terminal or NC terminal, it depends on you. You can use any of the element. We use NO element for selection, okay. When your selector is in start positions, then your starter will operate in auto connection, and your selector is in stop positions, then your starter will run in manual connection, okay. So we can connect one connector from selector switch Then output of selector we use one more wire. Okay, we connect one wire to the selector anode output side and gives to the contactor anode terminal. Okay, for holding connection. And we need to provide both contactor holding. So we connect one more connector. Okay, we connect one more connector and it gives to the contactor anode terminal of both contactor. Okay, it is for holding purpose. We connect a holding wire to the both contactor anode terminal. Now let's check how it works. Okay, when selector is in stop position, you press reverse push button, your reverse contactor operate. You press forward push button, your forward contactor operate, reverse forward. Okay, if your selector is in on positions, okay, selector is in on positions. Now if you press forward push button, your forward contactor operate automatically or permanently. Okay, your forward contactor operate. Now at that positions, if you press reverse push button, your reverse contactor will not operate because we have done interlocking to the both contactor. If you want to operate reverse contactor, then you first to stop forward push button and reverse contactor will operate. Now at that point you press forward contactor, your forward push button will not operate. If you want to run your motor in forward direction, you need to first stop, forward, not work, stop, reverse, not work, stop, forward. Okay, this process is continuously run. If you stop selector, your starter will run in auto or manual connection. Okay, if your selector is in start positions, your starter will run in auto connection. Hope you like that video. If you have any query, please ask in comments box. For today's enough. We'll meet next video. Thanks for watching.